Welcome to The Explainer. Man, let's just dive right in because, wow, what a night we just witnessed, right? I mean, picture this. It's June 17th, 2026. You're under the massive, bright lights of NRG Stadium in Houston. The stage is totally set. You've got the legendary 41-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo stepping onto the pitch for what is just an incredibly historic night. But you know, football, it surprises us. What literally everyone expected to be a Portuguese masterclass ended in a totally shocking 1-1 draw against DR Congo. We're talking immense frustration, wild resilience, and just absolute history.
And when we're talking about history, we absolutely have to start right here with this number, 52. I really want you to feel the emotional weight of that. It has been exactly 52 years since the Leopards of DR Congo secured their last point at a World Cup. I mean, over half a century. Entire generations of fans have been waiting for a moment like this on the global stage. This isn't just a number, it's literally the rebirth of a nation's footballing dreams.
Now, to truly wrap our heads around the magnitude of this result, you've got to look at the crazy contrast between these two squads. On one side, you have Roberto Martinez's elite Portugal. They rolled into this tournament as Nations League champions, right? Boasting this star-studded roster with world-class guys like Bernardo Silva and Vitinha. Just absolute heavyweights. Then, on the flip side, DR Congo. Their last World Cup appearance was way back in 1974 when they played as Zaire, and unfortunately that campaign is mostly remembered for a really devastating 9-0 loss to Yugoslavia. So the gap in their recent pedigree, yeah, it literally couldn't have been wider. But wait, there's another massive record from this night, and it's the number 6. Just by stepping onto the pitch in Houston, Cristiano Ronaldo started his 6th World Cup campaign. That officially ties him with Lionel Messi for the joint record of playing in 6 different World Cups. But get this, at 41 years old, Ronaldo also became the oldest outfield starter in the entire history of the tournament. The spotlight was glaringly on him, but, well, as we're going to see, that spotlight came with some seriously heavy expectations.
Okay, so in the opening moments, everything played out exactly how the pundits predicted. In just the first 6 minutes of the match, Portugal came out absolutely blistering. They completed an astonishing 84 passes, and DR Congo, just 12. Portugal was basically suffocating them, dominating all the possession and completely dictating the tempo from the second the referee blew the whistle. And you know, that extreme early dominance, it paid off right away. In the 6th minute, young midfielder João Neves gave Portugal the exact start they were looking for. A beautiful, precise delivery comes into the box. Neves makes this perfectly timed run and just guides a really composed header right into the back of the net. It was actually his first major tournament goal. The Houston crowd goes absolutely wild, and honestly, at that point, it looked like Portugal was just going to cruise to a blowout victory. But here's exactly where the whole story shifts. After the match, Congo's coach, Sébastien Desabre, dropped this quote. He said, "Mentally, we have the ability to cope with difficult starts." And wow, did they ever prove that on the pitch. Instead of just totally collapsing after that early Portuguese blitz, Congo dug deep and slowly fought their way back into it. Their pacey winger, Meshak Alia, was an absolute menace on the left side. He was constantly causing trouble, stretching that Portuguese defense, and bit by bit, he started pulling the momentum right back into Congo's corner.
And that momentum shift, it culminated in some absolute magic late in the first half. Congo earns a corner, the delivery whips into the box, and Yoani Wissa brilliantly finishes it off for a totally historic equalizer. I mean, you could practically feel the electric energy of the orange-clad Congolese fans exploding in the Houston crowd. After 52 years of waiting, they finally had their World Cup goal, and they were standing toe-to-toe with one of the tournament favorites. What a transformative moment for that nation.
Now, let's move into our next section here, the frustration arc, focusing on Ronaldo's struggle. So as the match wears on and the whole stadium gets incredibly tense, the focus naturally shifts right back to the Portuguese captain. In the 68th minute, Ronaldo gets this super clear scoring chance, but he fires it wide. Then, barely 5 minutes later in the 73rd minute, another clear chance lands right at his feet, and incredibly, he misses again. Over the half, he took 7 shots without actually finding the back of the net. And you really have to give credit to Congo's goalkeeper, Lionel Messi. He essentially built a brick wall back there, making crucial save after crucial save. Even when Roberto Martinez tried to shake things up by bringing on late subs like Rafael Leao and Gonçalo Ramos, they just couldn't break the deadlock. And then, in stoppage time, the frustration just totally peaks when both Bruno Fernandes and Ruben Dias agonizingly hit the woodwork. Absolutely brutal.
Now, while Portugal was visibly struggling to finish, there was this shocking momentum shift happening at the other end of the pitch. Check this out. Down the final stretch, Portugal managed a mere 2 shots on target. DR Congo, They rocked up 8. The underdogs weren't just parking the bus and defending a lucky point. No way. They were actively attacking, and honestly, they arguably looked way more threatening in those closing stages.
And you know what? The underlying data backs that up perfectly. Just look at this number, 0.82. That was DR Congo's expected goals, or XG, for the match. This is absolutely crucial, guys, because it proves their performance wasn't some fluke and they weren't just relying on one lucky set piece. They genuinely generated a better expected goals tally than Portugal down that final stretch. They played really strong, coordinated, attacking football, and they 100% earned this historic result.
So zooming out a bit, what are the big takeaways here? Well, first, DR Congo is officially reborn. They completely erased the ghosts of 1974 with a truly world-class performance. Second, João Neves. He is clearly the future of the Portuguese midfield. His early goal showed so much maturity. But third, and maybe most importantly, Roberto Martinez is now facing a massive tactical dilemma. Look, by keeping the 41-year-old Ronaldo on the pitch for the full match, the strategy ended up requiring highly creative players, guys like Pedro Neto and Bernardo Silva, to move out of position into much less familiar roles just to accommodate the captain. It's a really tricky strategic puzzle, and it's one Portugal absolutely has to solve if they want to make a deep run in this tournament.
So where does the dust finally settle in Group K? Well, Colombia is sitting pretty safely at the top with 3 points, right after a really strong 3-1 victory over Uzbekistan, fueled, of course, by Luis Diaz and James Rodriguez. Meanwhile, Portugal and DR Congo find themselves completely deadlocked in the middle with 1 point each. That leaves this group totally wide open, and it makes Portugal's next fixture an absolute, undeniable must-win.
Which naturally brings us to the ultimate question, the one literally every football fan is debating right now. Given all those missed chances, the clear tactical compromises, and just the undeniable reality of age, should 41-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo actually remain in the starting lineup for Portugal? It's a super polarizing dilemma, and there's definitely no easy answer. So think about that. Really let it sink in. Anyway, that wraps up our visual explainer for today. Make sure you join us for our next one, where we're going to break down exactly how Colombia dismantled Uzbekistan. Until then, keep asking the big questions.